Hello, everybody. Welcome again to the Cookout. We have here 4 people. We are here very drained, very tired, but we are still going to give you guys this episode because we had to make sure we deliver every single time, guys. It's me, 24K Hector, and usually I say welcome to 24K Lorcana, but welcome to the Lorcana Cookout Podcast. Okay, so we got Carlos, Eddie, and Cesar with us today, and we got some good cooking on the menu. We definitely got a lot news to deliver. We got the Anaheim Continentals coming, like the Nationals coming right this weekend, so we definitely need to share the two big tournaments that happened. One being not the quadruple case, but it ended up being an 8-case tournament, guys. 8 cases. It was wild. It was insane. 93 players. Then we go to Sunday. It was another big tournament. It was a small shop that didn't even used to host as many big players, but it ended up being 69 players. It was a pretty huge tournament. 7 rounds in one, 6 on the other. We got all that data for you guys coming out. But before I know, Eddie wanted to share a little bit about some email or some news update from Lorcana.
Yeah, so as far as Lurkana news this week, I know a lot of people, or pretty much everyone that has signed up for the either the LCQ or Nats. We were all emailed like kind of like this interesting walkthrough video. I don't know if people really know about it, but I thought it was pretty cool. Basically, it's like a 10-minute, 5 to 10 minute video that kind of explains like if you're new to Disneyland, like or the Disney Hotel part of the park. It shows you kind of where to park, where the event is going to be. It gives you a walkthrough of like the giant halls. And guys, it looks amazing. Like I'm so stoked. I've only been to the Disney Hotel like a few times, and it's just a nice it's good. It's a nice venue, and it looks so clean. And I'm really so stoked for this whole Nats coming up. But I do recommend watching that video, especially if you're new to the area or if you're traveling, from far away. It has a lot of good info, and I see them stepping up on that side of the game.
Yeah.
Spreading the word out.
Also, congrats on getting past Eventbrite, bro.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yes.
Now we just
Okay.
gotta put James.
He did it,
to
guys.
his.
He told it been right for once.
No, shout out to the homeboy Javier. He came in clutch with that, and honestly, yeah, like homies coming through, helping each other out. It's a beautiful thing. But you never give up hope. I know there's still a lot of people on that wait list. And it's keep up. Checking, keep on checking every day because it could happen any second.
Yeah.
And our boy Ethan, guys, from the podcast, he also got on the, by the way, he's not here right now, but he also got off the wait list, which is awesome. It's great. That's really cool. But all right, I know we have the big tournament that happened. Let's go into Saturday, definitely, real quick. It was 93 of us. By the way, everyone that saw there, it was an amazing vibe, guys. It was awesome. Everyone friendly, great community. We got San Diego, LA, the IE. It was crazy seeing some of the top players. Also, I don't know if you guys remember the commentator's name. I want to give him a shout out for the one that did the stream.
Brent Mukai.
Yes, he did a great job, guys. I was listening to him downstairs. Great job. We are gonna give the link of the Twitch because they did upload their 7 rounds. It was like literally a 10-hour stream. You guys can fast forward to whatever you guys want and see for yourselves. Cesar was himself there. Yeah, Zetnus, he was in the stream. I was in the stream. We had a few players from Top Shot, a few players from San Diego, a little bit of everything, a lot of blue red. Speaking of that, give us a little what happened. Give us a little take. What happened, Cesar, that day? What happened on Saturday?
Yeah. So before I start, I just want to mention TCG is gonna have another tournament coming up in January 18th, I believe. If not, we'll put the flyer on. We'll edit it in. It's their set champs, January 18th. It starts as a triple case, but just like this one, guys, just don't want to talk good about it because it's my sponsor, but it's an amazing shop. Before they even sponsored me, I was always hyping them up. Like if people show up and they get the turnout, they'll give prizing to what's deserved, man. I mean, it was a 92 player tournament, and I don't even think anyone mentioned it, and they just came out and said, you know what, we're upping the pricing to an octo case. Like that's crazy. That was like insane. Like it got everybody so hyped. Like Hector said, everyone was in a great mood. The vibe was just great. I hope to keep seeing the shop, flourish like that and get turnouts like these, especially for these big tournaments, because they give the pricing where it's due. So, like once again, set champs January 18th, I believe. I'll put the flyer up in case I'm wrong on that. We have an artist coming up, and then, like I said, it's for sure guaranteed a triple case. I believe the shop workers, Katie, Dio, and Karan, someone said somewhere that depending on the turnout, they're already thinking about upping that, but a minimum at least 3 cases. So
I think it's like for every 4 people like that more that show up, I think it's
they're adding like a box or something, right? Yeah, that's what I read, something like that. So it's insane, guys. If you guys want, anyone here watching in the area, San Diego area and stuff like that, if you guys want another crazy turnout like this with crazy pricing, make sure to show up to that set champs. Other than that, we'll go into a little bit of, I guess we'll talk about our own experiences real quick, and then I'll pull up the pie chart for you guys. So for me, I had a little bit of crazy day for me. I woke up, went to a church thing, and then had a scare with my wife. Well, not a scare, but like one of the symptoms to basically tell us that the baby's coming. The baby has not came, but I was kind of worried the whole day I was playing, but that was not the main excuse. The main excuse I did bad was, I think, the way I built the deck I took. So I played red-blue. I opened up playing James, our other Cookout member, on Blurple. I think he beat me game 1. I lost the die roll. He beat me game 1, and then I beat him the other 2 games. All of them very close games. Like I told you guys in the past tier maker, when I wanted to put Blurple up in A tier, I think the deck is real. He unfortunately did not perform, I think, but I still think the deck can do good. I think there's some builds, some card choices in his deck that might have caused that too. But other than that, I think I played round 2. That was the one I was on stream. I played against Green Purple Aggro. Definitely made some misplays watching it back, but still lost the die roll again. It was aggro. Game 1 I got good cooked. He like went super fast. Game 2 he missed Curse Merfolk on 1, and then game 3 as well. So allowed me to squeak in the win. I did see like a major misplay in one of them. If you guys watch it, I think there is a turn where I quested with Half Shark, allowing him to kill it. I think he so I think I had like a Maui. I don't remember my whole board, but it was like Maui, Rush Maui, Shark, and then he had Crab. So what I did was I quested with Shark, and what he did was he played Elsa 5th Spirit, tapped my Rush Maui, kills it with Crab, buffs up his Elsa, and then kills my Shark. The reason that was a big misplay, because I think he was at like 14, 16 lore, and I was really banking on that Shark to bring back Pirate's Life from my discard. So luckily I still squeaked it out. Got pretty lucky, honestly, but that was a big misplay that could have cost me the game, definitely. Then game round 3, I played against a mirror. My deck was not built for the mirror at all. Haven't been doing much testing, to be honest, so that's kind of my own fault. So I got cooked. I got absolutely cooked. I got too old. I drew pretty poorly into it too, but I knew that it was not going to be a good matchup. And then round 4, I played against Red Purple. I forget his name off the top of my head, but he's from the High Desert. I play him all the time. He was playing Red Purple. I lost the die roll again, and it was a 2-1. Even the game where I won, just like the way I have my deck built, like the game was dragging so long. Like I'm like, dude, there's already like so many changes I want to make to the list. So yeah, but I mean overall, once we talk about the top 8 and stuff, overall Red Blue's cracked. So I definitely think there's a misplay on my part, mispiloting, but I think a majority was my deck building decisions. So I think that's why I didn't perform as well. I could have stayed. Like I said, I left after that because with the whole situation that was going on with my wife. But I could have stayed. Maybe I would have made top 16 because they were pricing out. It was top 8 play out, but top 16 pricing. So maybe I could have made top 16, but I wasn't happy with my deck at all, how I was playing. So, and then with my wife feeling like that, I just took off. So that's how my experience went. How about yours, Hector?
Alrighty. By the way, everyone that made the 9 through 16, guys, usually we how we say like, oh, if you don't make the top 8, it's not real. In a 93 player tournament, man, congratulations to those of you that did make it because that's really good. Those of you that went 5-2, great record. I'm honestly not saying that just because I went 5-2. Like I could have been 19, 20th place. If I go 5-2, I'm proud of that. There, you know what I mean. But congrats to you that did make a top 16. My experience was pretty good. I decided to play Amber Ruby and Nah, just I played Blue Steel. It was cool though. My sponsor said, "I need back those Amber Ruby cards you bought. You're going back to Blue Steel." And I was like, "I bet." And we put it in, and yeah, I mean, I thanked Karan. I was like, "Thank you for taking those cards away from me." Don't get me wrong, Amber Ruby. I think it's still a really good deck. I think it's still solid, but I'm just really locked in with Blue Steel at the moment. It felt good. I faced some blue reds. I faced purple steel. I faced purple reds. I think I faced. Yeah, I think majority was 3 blue reds I faced, but I ended up with a 5-2 record. One of my losses was to Shane, great player, Shane Downey. Uh, Absolutely kind of just destroyed me, 2-0'd me. It was pretty rough. I did manage today. I played him again, then I got the 2 back on him, which was pretty cool. But that was one of my losses for Saturday, and then my other loss was purple red, which is actually one of my good matchups. So that was kind of the unfortunate situation. But breaking on 4 ink, I was stuck on 4 ink when I'm only playing 15 uninkables. Kind of sucks. It's really rough. So I lost on he won on the play. And then when it was my turn to be on the play, I got stuck on 4 ink and just got to it. And it was very unfortunate. But at least I know why I lost in the scenarios. Like, like I got stuck on 4 ink and I'm playing 15 equals. What could I have done different? Like, it's little stuff like this. I don't expect to happen again. Deck felt good. I was 2 of 93 players. Do we have the picture for like overall just attendance? Or do we have that one at least?
Yeah.
So look at it while y'all talk. Yeah. I know there was like 22 blue reds. Like
Yeah,
it was
there
a swamp of blue reds.
There was 22 blue reds. I'll just go ahead and show it on the screen right now as well.
And yeah, and it was 2 blue steel, so it was pretty cool. That one stuck there with me, and I'm not sure how that person did in the tournament, but yeah, that was how my Saturday went. Should I talk about the other one, or should we just wait for that one?
Yeah,
We'll
wait.
Okay. And then I know Eddie and Carlos both played purple steel, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty, 1 mid range and 1 aggro, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was definitely more low to the
'cause
ground.
I remember you guys remember last episode. Let's hear. I want to hear Carlos. What happened? You did take the mid range purple steel version. What happened that day?
My record, and I ended up 4-3, but I ended up 4-3 because I climbed my way back up. That's the only way. I played against, my first matchup was a blue red, and he told me. Honestly, game 1 was super close, and he outplayed me, to be honest. He saw his ramp, he saw his draw, and he pirate sniped me twice, and he just took me from that because, like, I have still the my little sheets, and I'm like literally 17-18. Like that's how game 1 went, and then game 2, I didn't see a 1-drop or a 2-drop. So against Red Blue, that's just rough. Yeah. Then round 2, I lost to Amber Steel, which was against Adam. Yeah, he was playing like aggro, but also like songs that like Steel Song, classic Steel Song mixed with the aggro package. It just went nuts on me. I was like, you control my board, and then you just turn sideways, and yeah. So yeah, he also told me. By the way, I won those die rolls. Like all the die rolls that I won, I lost. Like I lost
That's
those
insane.
matches. And then all my wins, I won on the draw.
Define the
game 3.
odds. Define the odds.
Yeah. But yeah, round 3 I play against purple red. I lose die roll. I win game 1. I lose game 2, and then I win game 3. Yeah, and then round 4 it was against purple green, and then he 2-0s me. Yeah, I don't even know. That one was just it was a weird matchup. Because personally, like I feel like it's not a terrible matchup for the mid-range purple steel. But I mean, the purple very similar, and it just kind of takes out the same thing in the mid range, and they just have like better questers, I would say. But yeah, they were pretty close games. I got to like 14, 15 lore to his 820 basically. Yeah. And then round 5, I played against Blurple. He he wins Spiral, beats me game 1. I win the next 2 games. And then I went against another Purple Green, win Spiral, beats me game 1, and then I win the next 2. And then, yeah, the last one was another Red Purple, and that one was like a highlight for me, bro. Like I literally stole game 1 from him. It was kind of crazy. I remember I was telling like you guys about it, but basically he's up on lore. Let's see, I was at 6 lore to his like 13 basically, and I'm at like 7 ink, and I'm like I have 3 castles in hand and a P to his already 7 ink. He has a goat and a fox, and I'm like, okay, I have Tinkerbell and a goat in play. I'm like, all right, ink the P, go double castle. I'm like, go ahead. I just quest out, and I'm like, go ahead, just deal with my board. What are you gonna do? He ends up questing out and then B preps. So he leaves my castles. On my turn, I go to 10 lore. I draw a goat.
Big misplay.
Like, yeah, so I draw a goat, and I'm like, all right, goat, castle, go ahead. Then he can't really out the board after that, so I just kind of win that turn. And he's like, dude, how did you win that game? And I'm like, I think your misplay was when you B prepped. I think you should have cleared a castle. But the fact that I still had a second castle to play after, or the third castle to play after, I think that's what was going to seal it anyway. But I think maybe he was just hoping he can draw something, because the game ended at like, he was at like 16, 18 lore or so, and I just got to 20. And then like game 2, he smokes me like 20 to 9 lore, I think. I was like, okay. And then game 3 we went kind of back and forth, but I was able to still control the board a bit, play around the B preps, and I took that game. But yeah, that one was rough.
Yeah.
And like I said in the last episode too, I was like, purple red, they want to see purple steel. I'm like, yeah, I want to see purple red. Like that's one of my favorite matchups because I know I can win it. But yeah, I mean overall, I think the deck performed okay. Definitely some changes that I would make. Just I don't want to change to the aggro build, but like I know Goons put his list, like Kevin, and like his was more aggro, and I'm like, all right, he literally made top 4 with this. There's something there that I should probably work towards. So we'll see what I come up with, but yeah. Eddie, how'd you do with yours?
Yeah, so I put together what I thought was the perfect purple steel list. it had it all, and I think it had a little too much actually.
Remember what I told you last episode, bro? I think it was last episode. I said sometimes, bro, you try to split too much into too many directions, bro.
Yeah, bro. He overcooked.
I keep hearing your head in my. I keep hearing your voice in my head about, mixing up different strategies. I'm trying to crisscross this packet with that packet, just trying to get the most value. And sometimes you just gotta play it simple. Gotta stick to the game plan.
Yeah, on paper it sounds good, but when you test it, it starts like it becomes really inconsistent.
Yeah. So my tournament was pretty. It started great, honestly. I 2-0'd my first round against hyper aggro purple yellow. I literally think it's impossible for me to lose that match. Like that's I was really fortunate with that match. Then I 2-0 Blurple in round 2, and I'm feeling good. I'm having my matches are ending in like 15 minutes. I have like 30 minutes to kill, and just 4-0'd, off to a good start. Then I go against Shane blue red, and I lose the die roll, and we had some close matches with the game 3, but he ends up taking it. He had some spicy 4-drops. Then round 4, I go against Blurple again. I 2-1 Blurple. And then round 5, I go against Blue Red, and I 2-1 Blue Red. This time I won the die roll. I got to be on the play twice. So I'm literally up 4-1. I just need to win one more match.
He's 4-1 with purple steel, doing good right there with Goons.
Yeah, right there. Me and Goons were talking about how we were both doing good. But he went 5-0, and then he was able to just chill, and I was right there. I was 4-1. And then I just needed to win that sixth round. Yeah, so round six, I go against blue red. I win the die roll, and I literally found a way to lose. It was it was traumatic. Like I literally was at 17 lore. I had a goat in hand, and I had a body on board to quest to get to 18. I was at 3 ink, 2 uninkables in my hand. I need to draw 1 inkable. There's 16 uninkables in my deck, and I draw another uninkable. And I'm just playing whatever. I had 2 Calhouns. I ended up just playing Calhoun pass, and then next turn I need to draw another inkable, and I still miss it. I go 2 turns where I freeze my hand because I bricked at 3.
You could have played the goat too, which is
I couldn't play the goat. I was right there, and he gets an extra 3 turns because of my unlucky draws, and then those 3 turns he high runs, he plays Maui Shark, then he plays Pirate's Life, then he plays Tamatoa, then he plays Dime, and I had a chance even after all that to still win it because I was up so much. I found a way to it came down to this play where he had Tamatoa with like 2 damage exerted. He has Dime down. I have Goat. I'm at 18 lore. Goat is down now, and I just need to top deck a bounce. Goat bounce, and I win. Escape, but I draw a crab, and I had a dock, so I had a dock and crab in my hand, and I misplayed because I should have played the crab. Pump up the goat, boost it, at least take out Tamatoa, and then at least that buys me a turn because he's only at 12 ink, and I was at 18. I go to 19. I have a board. He's like at 2 cards in hand, so but instead of going for the safe removal, which I think is a good lesson, if you can out the lethal threat in front of you. You should out the lethal threat in front of you.
That's how you not lose, bro.
That's how you. If you cannot lose, you should not lose. Sometimes not losing is better than going for the Hail Mary play.
Yeah.
The thing is, you went. I'm guessing you inked crab, played dock, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
What? How much ink did you have? What did you think you were going to draw?
Yeah. I was about to ask, how much ink did you have?
So I had 4 ink.
He's
So
gonna go to
I inked
5
crab.
ink.
I inked crab. Go to 5 ink. Play dock. I need to draw a white rose or a fox. I play 3 rose. I play 4 fox. I just needed to draw one of them.
But you could have done that next turn after you cleared his threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that was
and you would have went to what 19, and then you had a crab on board. Like you had lethal. You presented lethal, and you stopped his lethal.
Wait, now question: did you have snake in your deck?
No snakes.
Oh, so you had less targets. If you also have snake, that's like 9 targets. Then it's like really.
Yeah, you Giga misplayed because you take out his goat. I mean, you take out his Tamatoa. You go to 19 because your goat dies, and then you have lethal on board with crab at 19.
One of the worst misplays I've ever done, and it's been months since I've misplayed like that, and it literally cost me top cut. It really did. Like I was doing so good.
It's rough, bro. It happens.
But it happens. But I mean, it's part of the game.
I mean, the guy who played, he ended up making it to top 4. He's the one that beat me in round 1. Like 2 of me.
He's a great player.
He's actually a homie from here in San Diego, AJ. So shout out to him.
Right there. Cesar's a pipe church.
What's up?
And that was just just game 1. I came back. I auto won game 2. I ran away with it because I didn't break that time. Game 3, I'm on the draw, and he literally has nothing but 1 card left, and he has the Pirate's Life, and he just gets. I have lethal on board too. I was at 18 lore, but he just had enough to get to 20. And it was a great games. I love those top table games because you really get good experience. You really get good reps.
Yeah.
And it's a big learning experience. And honestly, I feel like Purple Steel is a good deck. And I think if anything I took from this weekend was if I do somehow make it to nationals, I know what deck I'm playing in the best of 2 format.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then,
so
yeah, go ahead.
so I was gonna break down the pie chart a little bit for anyone on the screen that can't see it that clear,
Listening, yeah,
because it doesn't look
yeah.
that clear. But so obviously the biggest turnout was red blue with 23.7%. Then we had red purple at 15.1%. Let me go back. My bad. Red blue with 23.7%. With that's 22 red blue decks, and then red purple at 15.1%. That is 14 decks. Then we had the aggro song, steel song. That was at 8.6 with eight players. Then we had the next turnout was steel song, so regular steel song. 7.5 was 7, and then we start going into all the like little needy stuff. Actually, I missed one. Purple steel. There was quite a bit of purple steel there. 12 decks. Other than that, 1 emerald steel, 1 red purple burn, 1 red fossil, 1 green yellow, 2 ruby steel, 2 blue steel, 1 yellow purple mid range, 1 yellow purple 5 yellow purple hyper arrows, 4 green purples, and then 7 blurples, and then 6 unknown.
7 blurples.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Interesting. So one thing that I have learned with the blurple, let's talk a little bit just the experience of what you saw on tables, everything. One, so we're in a swamp of blue red, guys. I also feel like we're talking obviously for preparing people for the LCQs and nationals and that. You have to think next step forward, right? And I feel like we want to help people. So I do believe that I feel like Amber Steel is getting bullied out of the format by blue red.
Yeah.
It truly feels that way. So that then what happens, right? Because if that's a change, that's not the only thing that changes. Because then what? Blue red's all over. Then purple red feels comfortable and walks in. But then what? Purple green can then feel comfortable because they want to play purple red. And then all these things, you guys got to be ahead of the game and start thinking what it's going to do. Because people are already thinking of like this. They're going to be like, oh, then this is the deck to play. A lot of people are thinking they're going to be this, so let me switch it with this. And there's going to be a whole thing cycle that's going to happen. But I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? I just want you guys' raw thoughts about the meta after you saw the tables, or how many players, or what's going on with the colors. What are you guys' thoughts after Saturday?
I'll start. So with me, I think that's where I went wrong with my deck building decisions, because I did think there was going to be a lot more fast-paced decks. Obviously there was some, but I didn't see as much as I thought I was going to. I don't know why I wasn't. Actually, I don't think like I said, my fault on the testing part. I don't think I tested the version I was playing against red purple that much. So that felt terrible. That matchup felt like I said, even the one I won, it just was so slow. I'm like, dude, like this is so bad. And then but against the aggro deck, like I felt fine. Like it felt decent. But yeah, I knew there was gonna be a lot of red blue. Obviously, I just expected to see a little bit more of steel song and aggro song and more green purples and more like purple steel aggro. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's a lot of red blue, the obvious choice is red purple or go back lower on aggro decks. But then, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna be. I mean, any advice for any advice for anyone deciding on a deck to play for Continentals is no matter what you do, you can make the wrong meta call and then your deck's gonna feel bad. So I mean, the biggest advice, which is my biggest advice always, is play what you feel comfortable with and what you know the ins and outs of that deck. Sometimes you can pilot a good deck and then make the right call and it works out, but sometimes just knowing the ins and out of every matchup of that deck and you playing that one is better than not. I think that's why I'm kind of struggling with red blue, because I stopped playing it for a while, for a pretty long while actually. So I'm missing some lines that were picked up in last set, and then I think it was also almost like a month where I stopped playing it. So the deck changed quite a bit. Like I think I played it like right when it came out on set with the new set. I took it to that one tourney, but I wasn't fully comfortable playing like the shark. The shark changes up the list the way it plays quite
That's
a bit.
big difference.
So it's something I gotta get used to. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
And then I think on the purple steel viewpoint, you guys can agree. So like the reason it's maybe the aggro version better, blue red definitely being a lot in the format has to take account of that. Like purple steel mid range in a blue red swamp is rough, right? So then that's obviously what Holly White Goons have success with that. But yeah, I mean, it was a great tournament. It was that we did have another tournament. Is that by the way, like it's just like the number. How many green steals were there for the Saturday?
One.
One, just
Crazy.
one
For this Saturday?
Just one.
That's crazy.
for
yeah,
Tough Race?
TCG.
For Saturday.
Yeah, it was
Like,
just one.
overall,
That was
93
one.
players. How many green steals?
That was one.
Just one.
We're in a world right now, guys. You guys remember just like a month ago where green steel was? We're in a world right now where it's 1 green steel, 7 blurples. So I mean,
Dude.
hey, whatever you feel comfortable, whatever you feel position. Like I said, we kind of like. I don't know if any blurples. I wish we had a top 16 like color pie chart. I don't know if any blurples got in top 16. Like I said, top 16 is like a 5-2 at least record, which is pretty good. But I know a lot of people decided to do blurple. It's worth considering talking about it, right? Because it's like I think they thought it was gonna be more steel heavy meta.
Mm-hmm.
And then it ended up kind of just still blue red swamp, and maybe they don't have the greatest matchup against blue red. Maybe it's like okay at best, but yeah, that's maybe. I know a lot of them didn't really make top cut for the most part. It was just a lot of blue red domination. In the top 8, if we go into it, it was the top 4 was 3 blue reds and Goons purple steel, right? And then I think it was the top 8 was 5 blue reds, one purple red, one purple steel, and like a purple green maybe. I can't remember the other one.
No, it's 2 purple reds.
So 2 purple reds, 5 blue reds.
And one purple steel.
Yeah. Yep. There it is. That was you guys' Saturdays. But TCG, again, great tournament. It was an awesome experience. We did have another tournament we did want to talk about. I don't know if we're done talking about this one.
Yeah, pretty much done. Well,
I just do want to mention that I was really surprised to see green purple kind of just like disappear. Like only 4%. Like that's less than purple steel. Like that's less than blurple. Also,
and why do we think that is though? Like what? Like I just want to talk a little bit. Like, why do we think that is? Because like blue red is still it's not that bad into blue. I mean, is it? Like I don't think it's. I don't think it's that bad into purple
fast.
blue red.
Nah, what happened is that Steel Song kind of poops on it, and then the Dwarven Mine kind of poops on it too, and they're kind of getting popular. So I'm assuming people were scared of those lists, but it just ended up like shifting. Like everyone played the deck that was gonna beat the.
It ended up blue red.
Yeah. So like I'm assuming people came here thinking that Steel Song was gonna like Amber Steel was gonna show up in big numbers, and so everybody played the deck that beats that deck. And then
there was technically 15 Amber Steel.
Yeah.
You know, if you put the aggro and the Steel Song together, there's 15.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And then there was 22 red blues. Like I think everyone was just prepping for the Amber Steel matchup.
Yep.
That's why we saw the most blue reds, and probably why we saw less green purples.
Yeah, I think they're afraid of it.
And then that leads me to the segue. I want to kind of transition into the next tournament. I believe it's I'm sorry if I butchered it. Was it DNX or CNX? The shop?
DXN or something.
DXN.
Okay.
In Arcadia.
DXN
Provisions
or something.
Tired on weekend. But a good way to go into that, because I do want to mention that there's 2 purple greens in top cut there. And guys, information spreads like wildfire. Knowledge is power, which is pretty crazy. I literally was, as soon as I walk in that door, all I'm hearing in the side is about Saturday's tournament. There's a lot of blue red, and I'm like, it's crazy how I'm like, if we're thinking that way, how it spreads all across the nation that are traveling and this and that, right? So it's gonna be a bunch of blue red. Amber Steel got bullied out. Purple green might be the way to go. Like it's like a lot of things that get into considerations, right? Because purple green also has a good purple red matchup. A lot of purple red players are coming back.
Yeah.
It's a lot of reasons, like these 2 factors of Amber Steel coming out, more purple red coming in, then purple green comes back in, right? And it's like, it's crazy. It's awesome. Honestly, it's amazing to see. But we did have
every day.
Yeah. We did have this tournament. I know Carlos was supposed to come, but then something happened, right? And then Cesar, obviously, the fact that he was even able to play Saturday is crazy already as it is. But me and Eddie went. We want to kind of go a little bit into it. We walked in. 69 players, solid tournament. It was 6 rounds. We did have before we go into the specific top cut numbers. Across the room, we saw a little bit more purple green than we did TCG there. Amber Steel was almost very, very few, right, Eddie, from what I remember?
Not
like
much.
in the room, if you just scroll around through the room, you don't really see Amber Steel. You
I feel like
still
less
see
than
a ton
Saturday.
of blue-red. So
Yep.
both tournaments, ton of blue-red. Sprinkle of purple-red, good decent amount. But like Amber Steel, again, like not really much to be seen. Not as much as Saturday. But yeah, it was good. We have the top cut. We did 6 rounds. It was 3 blue-red, 2 purple-green, 1 purple steel, 1 blue steel. Yours truly, we made it happen, guys. And then 1 ruby amethyst, all reliable purple red. I want to kind of first, before I go into my experience with it and kind of my journey, Eddie, I know you went to a tournament. Did you switch up the build? You played purple steel again, correct?
Yeah.
And then what was the change? Did you make any changes from then on then? And then
yeah, I made
how
a lot
was
of
your
changes.
tournament experience?
I made like an 8-card change, so it's coming with a different deck.
Okay,
pretty much a different deck with 8 cards.
Yeah, no, it's a whole different deck.
Yeah, I took inspiration from the Goons, like specifically his draw engine. He was on 2 Yzma, which I didn't have any, and then he was on 2 Friends, which I didn't have any. So I kept the docks. I had 2 Yzma, I had 2 Friends, and that felt really good. Like there was some sick Yzma dock. You would think they get in the way of each other, but they can kind of complement each other if you do it the right way. Like I was just with the Yzma on board. I'm playing dock. I'm drawing 2. I'm inking, emptying my hand, and then I Yzma effect to draw 3. I just drew 5 cards, and it cost me 2. It's pretty broken if it's set up right, if it sticks. There's a lot of variables for that broken line to happen, but it came up a few times today. Today I went 3-3. Nothing good, nothing horrible. But I went against. I saw my literal worst matchup, which I didn't think anyone was on, which is blue steel tempo, and green steel floodborn. Like I lost to those like non-meta decks, but it happens. Like I think at these kind of like local events, you'll see that. I did fine against the meta. I had my 3 wins. But yeah, it was not the the results I wanted. But I feel like I did learn about the deck I took. I still feel strong against like the meta, and I really do feel like in a best of 2, it's impossible for me to go 0-2. I feel like it's almost impossible for me to go 0-2. Like I like in both tournaments, I think I actually did get 0-2'd once, and it was because I just didn't have a 2-drop. It was like same thing that happened to Carlos. Sometimes like a third of my deck is 1-drops and 2-drops, but that one in like 50 matches it happens. But yeah, so I mean I had a different list, much better draw engine. I had 3 Pluto, which was a big difference too. I had 3 Zeus. Like I was ready for that Maui Shark. Like I wanted it. I wanted it. But I only went against blue red once, and that was the one where I didn't draw a single 2-drop on the play, so didn't go good for me that one match. But yeah, I know. For me, it was pretty meh of a run, but it was good reps. I got to meet a lot of cool people, good cool players out there. DXM was a pretty cool spot in Arcadia. I like the area. Some good Chinese food nearby. And good boba too.
So I got something to add on to what you were saying, guys. He said that he added friends that he didn't have it before. Guys, friends is still a good card. Like it's not in this because at the beginning of the meta, Artifacts didn't play it because he was expecting a lot of green steel. So it just shuts it out. Like doesn't even it makes a dead card in green steel. So if there's no green steel in the meta, which it shows right here in a 93 player tournament that there's only one, and green purple's falling out of favor too, if that's what you're expecting, you could put friends back in your deck, guys. Like the card is still good. Like it's still a good card. Like don't be afraid to put it in just because you're not seeing it in lists. It's not because of that. It's because people are predicting that green is gonna be in, so they make Ursula a dead card because Ursula feels a lot worse when you don't hit a song. So, so I just found it funny that you said that you didn't have friends in. Like, I don't know what meta you're expecting, but like I had a green and purple build that I never tested, but like I had friends in there, like at least two. Like and then like if I would have played a purple steel, I would have had friends in there too. Green is not in the meta, so why are we afraid to play friends? Like it's still a good card. Like.
Yeah, I mean, and even when I played against green today, I still inked my friends before they could rip it with Ursula.
Yeah.
You still play around it, but it's just having that option. Because I played 2 tournaments, one with it and one without it, and I noticed a huge difference. Like especially against even like blue red, which is which is still like the matchup you want to compare your deck to. Like a lot of times, purple can just outdraw blue red.
Bro, I lost game 1 against that purple red because he had like a 12 card hand because all he was doing was drawing. He put something out, draw, then his turn 2 drew, and then turn 3 hard casted friends, then turn 4 played rabbit, turn 5 sung with rabbit friends, and then I think he hard casted another friends. I lost that game because of value. So I'm saying friends is still a good card, guys. Like we can add it to the deck if we're not expecting.
And I was even a weird guy, like maybe like 4 rabbits, 4 genies, way too much.
I think that's way too much.
Yeah, right. But honestly, I know there's a wild take. When everything that you're playing is just drawing you, and against blue red, you're just never running out of gas because your 1-drop devils are drawing. You're playing friends. You have 4 rabbits. You have 14. You're consistently just like going crazy. I mean, maybe 3 rabbits, right, whatever. But it's crazy how like everything in that purple red right now, it's like whatever's getting removed. Didn't get loose card value because you could replace themselves right with Churn Fog or the Devils or
that's why I said I think purple can be into meta right now because you either, this is what I thought was wrong with James' list, is that he was on way too many 4-drops. He should have been abusing the 1-drops. Like once again, I said it in the last episode, like the purple 1-drops are broken. So why are we not doing 1-drop, turn 2 sail, 1-drop, turn 3 genie? Like that's so broken. And then I would have put at least 2 friends in there. He said he had no. I would have cut down to like 2 rabbits if that was me, 2 or 3. But like abuse the 1-drops. I get we're ramping to 4, but the broken stuff is the 1-drops. If you go 1-drop, 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 and then they wipe your board and you just get all your value back, like I think that's fine. Like I'm saying because I've tested against it, and that's where it felt bad. Like I looked at their board and I'm like, dude, they have like a 3-card hand, and then when I wipe it, they're gonna go to like a 6-card hand. Like what the this doesn't feel good wiping the board either way. So
no, that's how I won like my matchups against purple blue and green purple. Like I was just playing my draw engine, so I was getting much more value than they were getting, and I was just flooding my board at the same time. So I'm just getting genies, rabbits, drawing, singing friends, draw more, and it led me to my outs because I drew like part of the cannon, so I would draw Zeus, I would draw the 1 grab your sword that I was playing. Like it just, the friends are just way too good. Like I put it back on my deck almost as soon as I saw green steel wasn't a thing, I was like, I'm putting this back in. Like there's no way that you don't play that right now. Like it's so good.
I think people forgot how good drawing is because they're constantly getting their hand ripped by green steel. Guys, you guys have a hand now, guys. Green steel's gone.
For now. Don't say it too loud.
Yeah, and then the Yzma guys, I was not a believer on the Yzma when I saw Goons. I'm like, Yzma, I was like, And then I realized purple green can't really bounce it. And then I realized that out for the purple, it can't get brawls on purple red, and their out is Madame, but Yzma's a 4-drop.
And most lists are cutting Madame.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty good because then like you either have the Doc or the Yzma. We were talking like Yzma just needs to resolve once.
Yeah.
You need to resolve once, and you don't care.
It's a finders keepers.
What's their body, like a 3/3?
Yeah, it's a 3/3 quest for 2.
They're still gonna trade to something.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, he even mentioned that he's like against like blue, red, or whatever. He's like, this is either gonna quest for 2 or it's gonna draw, and they don't know what I'm gonna do in my turn. He's like, most of the time I'll go for the quest because you need to go aggro on them. But like when he needs to draw, he can just choose to draw, and it's just such, the card just gives so much value. It is really good. Even I'm just like, man, I always try to find room to put it in there, and I was like, I'm on 4 genie, 2 rabbits, four friends, and like all my purple 1-drops are drawing me. I'm like, do I really need
The
the
thing is,
Yzma
you
in
can't
there?
go for Yzma, right?
No,
What-
you
no,
can't.
he was on 2.
You can't.
Mm.
Which means, yeah. See, I just
Well-
really wish there was a reason I could play the Shift 6 Yzma.
On top of that,
Go shift, draw your cards, and then you can like shift it, and then now like on play it does the removal
removal.
something
Yeah.
big, which is like Maui Shark, which is something that Purple Steel struggles with.
I feel like maybe in Blurple that might be a line.
Blurple, that could be a line, yeah.
That could be a
Yeah.
line.
Because you could just
Okay.
ramp, lose your hand, you can tap with the Yzma, draw your 3, it's there in case you have a shiftable line, and that could be a ooh.
And
that could be
and then you remove
Oh,
something, or you
yeah.
draw some more, or you draw some more.
We are
And then
out
you
here
bend someone's
cooking
will.
with our podcast.
You hit your own rabbit, draw 3 cards, bro. That's what you did.
And then you
draw
bend
6
someone's
cards.
will.
But enough about this Purple Steel one for sure. I definitely wanted to talk a little bit about the superior color, Sapphire. Not
That's
but
crazy.
I love
Mr. 24K showed up today. He showed up today.
It was good. It was good. I walked in, solid. My matchups. My first one, I was like, oh, please don't make this be like a free like tourney where I just played like a bunch of like maybe easy matchups or just casuals. My first one was Ruby Steel. It got a little scary at first because I didn't have it out for the Flint of the Flint line, and then it got like 6 lore. But we were able to pull it off because I was able to ramp and get like a Pluto on the 4-drop. As you guys know, I've been on Blue Steel. Feels good, feels solid. And then I went on Amber Steel, a match I was afraid of, and we clutched it up in game 3. Winning the die roll on that one probably definitely did help. Also, my Baymax healing. A few things here and there came up. It's pretty cool. Right when I was thinking of cutting that card, it just came up clutched. Then I ended up facing after that. I went against Blue-Red, I think, back to back. On the 4th round, I think, is where I beat Shane. I got the rematch against Shane. And I was like, okay, Shane, let me show you what happens when I do see my 1-drop. I'm saying that because in our matchup against Saturday, I was on the draw and I went like ink pass. I didn't see my 1-drop, but I was able to take advantage of a very spicy 1-drop that I have, and then going with the SME line and all that. Obviously, I'm not even gonna keep it too secret because if we're over here to tell our viewers, I was literally on the stream match for round 7, so I'm playing the King Candy, a shift line. It's really good. It's really broken. And yeah, the decks felt really good, guys. I went 4-0. I was able to just ID my last 2, go get something to eat. I really, really wanted to play it out. I was 2nd seed, and then we all split, and then everyone was willing to split. We get 2 boxes. That's cool. If we lose in top 8, we get 3/4 of a box, and first place was gonna get 3 boxes and a half.
Yeah.
So I was
not
like,
worth it.
it's just not worth it for me to be here for 2.5 more hours for like that 1 box and a half difference and just be losing, and then like losing like like $200 value. So,
Yeah, see, I'm crazy. I would have played it out.
Yeah, no, oh my god, you're wild. Yeah, he's just like, I don't get to go out often. You know what?
Yeah, I'm playing that shit.
He's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
bro.
It depends. How late was it?
Everyone wanted to play, and I was the only one.
It
Still
was not
thinking
that
about
late. It was like 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
I would have played it out.
and then I was like, when they told me that, I was like, we'll split, and it's like, and it was like, oh, and then it was like sigh of relief, and it was funny because they're like, dang, dude, you're about to lose so many subscribers. If you would have said let's play, everyone would have hated you in this shop. Everyone literally were telling me like, dude, you would have been so hated. I'm like, yeah, that's peace. But yeah, it was a great tournament. Overall, I went.
People gotta stop being mad about that, bro. Some people just want to play. It's me.
Yeah. Honestly, no. Yeah, honestly, if it was like the pricing was not worth it. The break.
Yeah, I get it. Like pricing wise, it sucks.
If it was worth it, like if they would have told me like the breakdown was worth it, like I was gonna.
You see, I'm weird, bro. I'd be like, I'll split, but can we still play? That's just me. I've said that before. I'm like, I'll split, but can we just play? I'll split, but can we still play though?
But like, especially those like top cut matches, like those are great reps.
Yeah, those are good. That's the good practice right there. The top cut matches.
Like
Yeah,
that's the best.
But guys, it took me a month of a good beating. Finally figured out the blue steel. We went 9 wins and 2 losses and 2 draws. So 922 for the weekend. Solid. Think I'm locked in now. All I can do is just hope for the best in LCQs, don't misplay, and just maximize my plays. But we did deliver a tier list for you guys. We wanted to just revise it a little bit as our last topic. See how right were we based off these two tournaments, and how if we were off in any sort of way, and how would we change it? Let's clean it up a little bit. Make sure we have a nice polished list, a nice served plattered tier list for you guys. Let's clean it up. Let's make sure it's juicy. Let's go ahead and show it.
Are we doing this as far as what we're expecting in Continentals, LCQs, or just what?
Yeah.
I say, like, should we fix it? Should just, hey, after we saw with these 2 days, is one come down? Does one go up?
So I mean, this guys, this is where we left off the list, obviously, off that last episode. Yeah. I think our last episode was going more off of what we think best decks are, not necessarily what was going to show up. That's why. How do you guys want to do this? You guys want to do it at best deck still? What's going to show up for Continentals or what? Because I'm asking because in my opinion, Song's still the best deck.
I don't think so. That's the thing where I actually disagree with you.
If these are still, that's what I'm saying. If these are still like viable, like let's say this isn't as involved in the meta, like this does better into everything compared to this.
Right. But we have the data from like almost 150, 60 player combined, right?
Yeah.
We're in a blue-red swamp. Both tournaments got like a swamp. We're talking like crazy, like 22%. They're just
like up the top cut, like top 4, literally. What,
I was literally telling on the Eddie, if we do this thing, we polish it. I was like, I think we literally add another tier list, and blue-red is like up there. Like, I think we're at the point, 22, where it's almost a tier 0. We're so close, dude, at a tier 0 format. It's crazy.
It's because Blue-Red started adding text towards their bad matchups. Like, every Blue-Red has a funky 4-drop. And it's...
We talk about manners?
Manners. Talking about super
Mulan
glue.
triple shot.
Okay.
Mulan triple shot.
I'm down for it. So, if let's say this.
Now, that doesn't mean it's godly unbeatable, but it's in its own tier for sure.
I will agree. If Red Blue knows exactly what meta is coming, I think it'll be everything. I kind of agree. I can't agree with that. Like, if I get told, hey, this is what's gonna be at Continentals, like I think I can build a deck that's gonna like Red Blue would for sure be it. That's what I'm saying. I think Amber still does it, but like if we're talking about like, hey, we know what the meta is. Like, I do think this is tier 0 right here.
Mm-hmm. I'm calling it the blue-red, like a blue-red swamp, just meta. I'm sorry, Amber still got bullied out for me. I think Amber still drops.
You think so?
I mean, it drops a little bit, but I still think
it doesn't
it's
drop.
Like
it's still a really good deck, but I think it either goes at the bottom of top decks or it goes in top of A.
No, it's still a top deck. It's not.
Yeah, it goes on top. I think it stays in the top decks because it's just so good into all the other decks. It's bad against blue-red, but like it literally it can kill all the other decks.
Okay,
let's just do it.
A Saturday and Sunday pie chart like combined.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. We have an idea. Let's say we had an idea. That's the meta that you were gonna see Saturday. We agree. Amber Steel is not a top deck that day.
No.
Well, I don't know how they did in top 16. I was getting top 8, no, but yeah, like top 16 is. I don't know if there was any Amber Steels there.
Let's just do it in the sense of.
Because I know there was some top 16, but
all right, I don't want to. I don't want to bait anyone for Continental, so let's just do it in the sense of after this weekend. What do we think? Just like overall, what do we think about the tier list? Yeah, the 2 week out of the two tournaments. I agree. I'll put Red Blue up here. I personally would put probably like.
I think, yeah. I honestly like IE up.
Yep. I would move Blurple up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Green still goes lower.
You think so?
No, it doesn't.
It goes in not real, bro.
I mean, Laker. I think Hyper Aggro moves
what
up.
What data is preventing you from putting Green Steel at the bottom of under Purple Yellow?
Because it should be purple yellow.
Yeah, purple yellow just even representation wise just did better, right?
Yeah, just more people played it. No one topped. No one
Like,
topped.
no one even wants to do green steel. At least people are touching purple yellow.
Yeah, no one topped any. No one topped any of these lists. You know, even like.
I'm
yeah,
sorry, sir. I saw what you did there. You're gonna go ahead and put that ruby amber in
Nah,
front of
bro.
green steel because I promise you it's better.
It is
I
not, bro.
promise you. Oh
Bro,
my
this is your worst
God.
matchup, bro. These are.
Oh, no. I'm not saying against each other.
Yeah.
Against all those decks, I promise you it's better.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm sorry, Cesar. It's not that good, man. It's not that good
I disagree.
now, bro.
I disagree.
It's not that good, bro.
I
It's
disagree.
the
Why-
green steel
Bro,
guy, bro. That's why.
If
He's
if
gotta
this
defend
is
his
out,
head.
bro, if this is nah, what am I worried
That's
about
not
the
out.
most?
It's not out.
What am I worried about the most? They're worried about this the most with the green steel, bro.
Yeah, purple steel can be for sure. A lot of cannons. Not a lot of
Yeah.
cannons. That's the thing with purple steel. Some
Yeah.
are even on Twin Fire. Along came Zeus is right. You still have to deal with the genie. They have
Yeah.
the purple draw. I don't even think it's the amber steel. I think the purple steels are the
Yeah.
ones keeping the green steel on check.
Yeah, this is the scariest matchup for green steel right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how I would put it.
Also, genie's still a card, right? So with purple,
Yeah.
red. Although purple, like purple, green, purple, red, purple steel, they all have genies. That's also a problem.
Yeah.
All the genies.
Does Blurple get a downgrade? Or is
No,
Genie
You
it-
gotta upgrade.
It
I
got
think
an
it gets an
upgrade.
upgrade.
Oh,
Yeah.
got an upgrade. They got an
It was
upgrade.
at
I
B
know.
before.
Yeah.
Now it's on
Yeah.
A. I do consider.
I mean, you
it
could
A.
you could
I
technically do
noticed
this.
our C tier, so our C tier and our not real tier, we were accurate because they were literally not real, and it was like the C
Yeah.
was just we didn't, almost just, all those C decks were not real, right? At this
Yeah.
point, like I didn't like non-existent almost.
Yeah, I think Green Steel just does not have a good matchup with Blue Red. I feel like what we learned this week is you have to compare your matchup to Blue Red, and how does it fare? Like we have to consider that.
Right, but I mean, if going into the LCQs and the Continental, you have to take into account all the decks as well. And like, green
I
steel-
honestly, the reason I stopped
like
playing
this
green
doesn't
steel
wanna
wasn't
fit-
because of blue red. I stopped playing it because of all the fucking all the genies. And then when I played it on locals the other Saturday, I faced purple steel. Well, one I was playing the Diggy Hole version, which I do not like. I still like the morph package better. And I played against my absolute worst purple steel matchup, the purple steel that's running cannons, smash, along came Zeus. Like, bro, I just fold to that. Like, and I saw a couple of people kind of playing it. Obviously, 12 came up to here. I think I don't know what they're all running, but like, yeah, bro. If I see purple steel, it's obviously the worst matchup, and then purple red still pretty bad too. But
I mean, all purple steel's running. They should all be running at least 3 cannons and at least 2 zoos. Minimum, I think.
You always say, I think it's honestly the call you go is you either play blue red or the purple deck that you're most comfortable with.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the meta we are on.
this one right here.
Personally, I know Amber Steel's still a good deck.
Calm down, bro.
There is no way I take Amber Steel on weekend. This you can say, hey, it was the call, Hector. You baited me on it. I'm saying this is me personally, guys. Me generally, I'm trying to find a deck. I'm decent. I'm solid with all of them. There is no way I'm taking Amber Steel this weekend. That's wild. That's me. That's too scary. Especially if you're doing the LCQs. There's no way I'm taking Amber Steel in an LCQ. Maybe main event. There's no way I'm taking it as an LCQ. There's just no way.
I don't know, bro.
I wouldn't
know.
feel that strongly about it, honestly. I still
Yeah.
think Steel Song has a good way to control most of the other purple decks. You know, it's just that blue-red matchup. You gotta have some tech for
If
it.
you just face one at the LCQ
aggro.
though, in a swamp full of them.
Bro,
Yeah, I
I
know.
mean, if like the Amber Steel, like if it's playing like
I think you can still sneak out wins, but I will say if it's kind of hard to say. I still think this deck's good. I think I have to see the Steel Song list that they're
The thing
playing.
is, it's good, but when we're in a blue red like that, right? Purple red's really good too. Purple steel's really good too. Purple
Yeah,
green's really
but
good too.
that's what I'm
Why
saying.
take those chances of if they're okay? Do we agree with Amber Steel and then the top 2 tiers we have there in Amber Steel? Amber Steel is the closest deck with an auto loss. Do we agree
Okay.
with that?
So let's just go over this real quick.
I don't think it's an
This wasn't in
auto-loss,
plan,
though.
but
Right. But of the blue red and the 3 purple decks and Amber Steel, is Amber Steel the closest one to an auto loss deck matchup?
I
Tell
don't
me
think
any
so.
other deck that's close to an auto loss matchup.
I don't think so. So let's just take a look at this real quick. I don't know if you guys could see it, but I'm showing it to the thing. So I know we're talking about our local scene, but this is kind of not a real tournament. But 29 players, 1K. Door in mine got top 4, and then a Steel Song top 4. This was the same weekend as ours, and then another Steel Song top 8, and there was 2 blue reds in that. So obviously we got to know what they face, but 117 player tournament. Mufasa Steel Song, Mufasa Steel right here, top 8, and top 16, top 16 got 3 Steel Songs. Let's go to this one, 25 player tournament. This is no, I'm not. They didn't show that much. This is all this weekend stuff. 50 player tournament. Once again, Amber Steel first, Dwarven Mine second, and then another Dwarven Mine top 8.
No blue red in that.
Not really
top
blue
8.
8.
That's crazy.
Yeah, top 16. Top
That's
16
a 50
more.
player tournament, no blue reds.
No blue reds in the top 16. Actually, one top 16. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Amber Steels in the top 16.
Because all the blue reds, we know where they were at. We know where they went
down here
bro.
playing with us.
All the Amber Steel
Doing
players
the
were able to top at the other tournaments because all the blue red players went to these 2 tournaments.
Yeah, so I mean, unless all the blue red players are in Cali,
Right.
or all the good
No,
blue red players are in Cali. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I still think it's there. I think like.
I was gonna say, I think for sure Cali has some of the best blue red players. So
Yeah.
I think so.
But
Okay,
that's
Cesar,
what's
right
gonna
now,
be.
I know you're really leaning on blue red. You're playing LCQ. You can't take blue red. What do you play?
Green Steel. No, I'm kidding. If I had if I had enough time, well, I guess if I had enough time, I probably would play Green Steel because I would put a lot of time into it and try to find a good list. But let's not talk about that list. If I had time to learn how to play these decks to a T, me personally, if I can't take blue red, I would probably take purple steel.
Hell yeah, dude! I never heard you say that before.
Yeah. That's probably the deck I would take. And then second would probably be purple green, I think.
And then just so we don't get by, and then Carlos, before we do the wrap it up and all that, Carlos, Eddie, if you guys cannot take purple steel, what deck do you play? Like, who knows, right? Because you guys are not even fully locked in purple steel. I know you guys were open already to other suggestions. We were talking about it, so you know you don't want to fully reveal. That's fine. What I'm saying, just if you don't play not purple steel, what do you play? What would you consider? Go ahead, Carlos.
I guess I'll go. Yeah. Honestly, I'll probably go purple red. It's the other deck that I'd be the most comfortable with. I've played it before. I know its lines, so yeah.
Okay. And then Eddie.
I play literally a different deck every day.
I knew you were gonna say that.
And I
knew
know,
you was gonna say that.
and I know how to play so many different decks. I think.
But do you know how to play them well?
Damn.
That's fair. That's fair.
I told Eddie this is the problem. I told Eddie because now that he has to make a decision. It makes it harder on himself every time. I'm like, this is why sometimes it's not a good thing that you play every day because now you gotta pick and it makes it harder.
I'm a student of the game.
You're a jack of all trades, bro.
I'm a savant deck builder.
You have to pick like 3 decks, bro. I mean, that was me. That was the process I went through. I tested green steel, tested blue steel, and I said no. Like, I'm probably gonna play blue red.
Yeah, the 3 decks I have been testing the most is blue red, purple steel, and amber steel. And I know those decks really well. I know the variations of those decks really well. But recognizing the blue red where it's at, I know I could do blue red, but I really don't like the mirror. It's a special type
That's me.
of
That's me.
experience.
It's a special type of hell.
It's a
Yeah.
special type of Lorcana gaming that it's not for the faint of heart, especially if your life is on the line in a best of 3. But I think the best of 3 is really the biggest factor that's making me lean towards maybe like a more solid mid range deck like
That's
Purple
crazy.
Red, or
I for sure, if it was me, I'd been saying this since I think last episode or 2 episodes already. If I was going through the LCQ, I would play blue red. I do not see this deck losing in a best of 3. Maybe mirrors, but if you didn't build it like dog crap like me, like I do not see this deck losing in best of 3.
Okay. No.
that's valid. I think that's valid, 100%. Like
I mean, obviously it's gonna happen. It will happen, but like if you're seeing
right.
if you're
Right.
seeing your cards, if you're seeing the cards the way you're supposed to see them, and you're playing right in a best of 3, like, and you built your deck right, because that was my issue last weekend or this weekend. Like, I do not see this deck losing a best of 3. Best of 2, you can always sneak out wins and one, the 1-1, but the best of 3, like, bro, Mike,
yeah.
I think he lost almost every die roll, and he still won, bro. Like,
Dodge me.
But
Dodge.
blue red can survive going on the draw.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, best of 3, me, if I was LCQ, like, probably gonna be a freaking swamp of blue reds. I would take LCQs, my picks. If anyone wants to listen to my advice, it would be blue red or purple steel.
Don't make me do my list on Metafy, bro. Gosh,
Yeah,
bro. I'm telling you, I faced 5. I think 6. No, out of all tournaments, I probably faced 6 blue reds. I think I 2-0'd 4 of them. I won 1 in a best of 3 in a game 3, and then I lost 1. The
okay,
one with
Mr.
the
Blue
shade
still
Yeah, bro, but you're
So,
hitting
like,
you're hitting
I
people
think-
you're hitting people with them neck turners, bro. And I know because I mean I haven't seen your list in a while, but I'm pretty sure I can kind of make it up. And like you're catching people off guard with your list. And then blue steel's already
that's
like
fair.
blue steel's already
Okay,
like
that's
not a like. So it was a thing where right? It's like the thing with Blurple too that I think it has its like the surprise factor, because on turn 4 on Blurple you can go 2 different routes. You can go the route of, and you can have them in your deck, but you can go the route of, I'm gonna slap these locations that are gonna take you 2 turns to deal with, or I'm gonna slap Genie and keep the tempo of drawing and the tempo of putting pressure. And depending on what your opponent inked, like that makes your decision and you make it harder for them. And that's exactly what happened with James in my matchup. Like I thought he was gonna go the location route and I kept my hideaway, and then he went the Genie route, and I'm like, oh wow. And then as soon as I ink my hideaway, he starts slapping the locations, and I'm like, oh, dude, like it becomes that fight. And it's like the surprise factor of not knowing the exact list, because I wasn't sure. I'm like, is he on Manners? Is he on Castles? Is he on that? Like, am I wasting my time even holding this card? Because technically it is a waste of time. And then like I could be, if he's not on that, I could be inking that instead of something else that could have been useful. I mean, like if people don't expect your blue steel list, like they might ink something that they're like, I might not need this, and then you do that, and they're like, oh crap, like the card I just got rid of would have bailed me out of this situation. So
yeah, that's fair.
I mean that doesn't take away with you playing good,
very
but
hard
yeah.
sometimes to do my perspective, because it's like, okay, for example, like 1 is blue steel, very rarely played. And then 2, for example, my list is like just really weird. Like, shout out to Harlan. He threw out a guide, guys, a blue steel guide. You know, I supported him. I got the guide. You know, it was like $3. He did a no wheel guide of all the matchups. He talked about it, and then he did a wheel guide. And then I'm like, none of these apply to my deck, even though it's blue steel. I'm like, nah, I'm like, I cannot get much. But someone that's like on the dock and then the wheel, like, great. Check them out, guys. It's awesome. But like for that scenario, like I'm a completely different, like weird stuff. Hopefully it works out. It's doing good, but we'll see. But what I'm trying to get to the point, and is with the blue red. I think it still could get to it if a deck just knows. If I know you're on blue red and you go burr, like, right?
Yeah, but I mean, also let me give it like, I think people should have a good understanding that just because you see blue red doing good, and a lot of people will take blue red, I wouldn't recommend if you're not a blue red player already. I don't recommend picking it up. It is not the type of deck that you can just pick up.
Guys, I've been saying it. People think it's easy deck. It is not an easy deck,
No,
bro.
and I was
One
telling
little
easy.
misplay, and you like.
Yep.
It's
I think it was
crazy.
easy 2-3 sets ago. It is very complex now. It is very, very complex. It is very difficult to play.
Yeah, and then some of your turns, like even if you only have 8 ink, like some of your turns are like you're doing like 5-6 actions that turn, and like you mess up one of those or the choices that you get from looking at the cards and you take the wrong choice, like every
The deck building.
every little choice that you make in that deck like can literally depend on you winning or losing, because like when you vision, you're putting 4 cards that you think are not going to be that useful to the bottom of your deck, and sometimes those are good cards. When you how far I'll go, you're debating which one to ink that you're not going to get back, like, and then you have to pick. It's always like these situations of guessing what your opponent's going to do the next turn, and I mean most of the time the answer is removal, but it's like you might have picked up removal and instead you needed the card draw because now you only have one card draw. So I popsicle high rum and then you brawled me, and now when I high rummed, I didn't draw any more card draw, so now I'm screwed. Like it's things like that happen. So you gotta always kind of 50-50 your hand, half removal, half still like draw engine. So
And then like for example, like how you said it, it was obviously what I think one of the blue reds I played, I didn't see mana game 1 or 2. I was trying to, I didn't see one at all. Game 3, he goes ink hideaway, played popsicle. Why?
Cooked.
I didn't reveal mana.
Yeah, exactly.
That one, I played mana. I played mana on turn 3. I played mana on turn 4.
Yeah, he got cooked. Yeah, I bet because the same
so
thing
like
happened. Same thing happened with James. I think game 1 he didn't reveal a single. I don't know. I guess he just didn't see him. I don't know how many locations he was running, but he did not reveal a single location. So I'm like, all right, dude. I had hideaway in my hand the first game like for so long. Sure enough, second game it started in my opening hand, which I kind of don't like seeing that card in your opening hand. But I'm like, dude, I got other cards. Like I don't want to ink really. Do I keep this hideaway? Is it worth it? Nah, ink it. Sure enough, turn 4, manner. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, come on, bro.
And really, in the blue red, it's like purple steel was a lot of these decks, hammer steel. It's kind of already kind of established what you guys want to do. The blue red has this battle with the deck building right now. The war starts early because you know the mirrors are gonna come, but you know you're trying to not these other matchups. So even the deck building is like very precise. The tech with the one hideaway, or the specific the Mulans. Some people are playing the 1-drop. They can heal it out popsicle. They have a 2/3 body now. Keep it on check. It's good. It's good stuff. Some people are seeing like Baymax. I don't know about that one, but some people are doing that.
I can see it because there's a lot of times where, I mean, you could look at the game I played on stream. Like there's a lot of times where I had a lot of creatures like damage. Which is obviously something Green Purple wants to do because of the Go-Go's. They want to leave damage characters, but like I was debating like maybe adding one Baymax, but like you're saying like the thing with Red Blue right now, it's like super tight. Like it hurts so much like taking out a card to put in another one. Like it's you'll feel the effect on it.
I'm thinking the Baymax might be good though, just because like Purple Steel and Amber Steel,
Yeah, like
so and
that's
both
even against like Green Purple Go-Go. Sometimes getting rid of that damage counter on your big body.
Yeah, like I said, that was my biggest mistake in prepping for this weekend. It's like same thing it goes. Like if I had put the Baymax, I would have helped my other matchups, but I still would have gotten cooked in the mirror. So it's like you gotta. Baymax is not I don't think it's a bad option, but you already got to think about how many cards did you already add in your deck that are already not good in the mirror, and is adding Baymax worth adding another card that's not good in the mirror. So I think that's the biggest thing, because I think my problem with it was adding too many cards that wasn't good in the mirror. And in a sense, Purple Red is not a mirror, but it like I said, against the person I played, like dude was playing, I'm pretty sure he was on like 4 friends, like dude was drawing a lot. So at this point it was almost a mirror because he was just drawing and then removing and then drawing and then removing, and it's just like, and then game 3 it was a non-real game. He turned 2 Flynn, turn 3 I think because I had something to stop it, but he put Fox, so I had to present something with 4 damage. Like on my turn, did I ramp? I think I ramped. On my turn 4 I had to let it go his Flynn Like that was my way to stop his flint. It already triggered
That's
twice.
rough.
I had to let it go. Like that was my answer. Like yeah. So
And right now with deck building, guys, I was saying like 4 to 6. You want at least your deck to have a minimum of 4 hard removals. For me personally, at least, but Vanessa, Genie, and Maui Shark. You need to be able to just have hard removal for those cards, or your deck is gonna struggle. One thing that I personally don't like about the purple steel is because it's a lot of cannons. I personally think cannons is really bad in this format, but I get why it goes into purple steel. But I love cards like Along Came Zeus, Let It Goes, even like B Kings, because I know sometimes I see a lot of the times with red, it's just a Maui Shark.
Yeah.
One of the plays, just the way their curve works sometimes. So that's another thing, but at least have removal to Genie and Maui Shark. Unless you're hyper aggro, guys, that's one deck building that I can give you guys is please just have hard removal for Genie and Maui Shark. Just naturally, I think I have 6 hard removals in my deck. Maui Shark didn't resolve once. I played like 6 blue reds, like 7 probably throughout both days. I don't think it has been resolved on me because I just like respect that card way too much, which is fair. But I haven't blue steel. I was struggling with Genie. I fixed that problem. I haven't struggled since. So there is definitely ways, guys. Just see the problems and the threats of the meta and just fix it accordingly. And once that's problem solved, it's gonna be way easier for you guys. Maui Shark is broken if you let it go off.
yeah.
So, don't let it go off. You just
I
get the dump plug. You know what I mean?
I saw the Maui Shark Pirate Life loop all day.
Yeah.
Busted, bro.
It's
Any
strong.
last takes? I know we're gonna. Oh,
It's
go ahead.
strong.
Yeah. So I mean, I'd say we're pretty much done, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry if our energy wasn't as good as usual. It's
We're
1 in the
tired,
morning,
guys.
1:30 in the
We're
morning right
tired.
now. So
Yeah.
I know my
crazy.
wife is pissed at me right now. So
But look at him. He's over here getting in trouble for you guys. Thank you guys for supporting. We wanted to make sure that we still deliver an episode each and every week. I can't wait to see you guys at Downtown Disney. I can't wait to see you guys this weekend. We're all gonna be there for the most part. I know Caesar's probably not gonna be there until the Saturday of. I still need to find a way to get him on that Friday, 4 p.m. 3v3 some way, somehow. But it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Hope to see you guys there. Make sure you guys keep subscribing. Make sure you guys keep liking. We are gonna can't wait to bring you guys the episode after Nats. That's gonna be a good one. Right before the set champs, guys. It's gonna be huge.
yeah, see everyone with tears in their face.
Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be
Tears
crazy.
or
It's gonna be awesome.
smiles.
That's gonna be our thumbnail. Just emojis on our
Yes,
face, crying or smiles.
Any last words, guys? Any last words when you guys will go through?
I'm good, man. Good luck for me. It's just good luck to anyone going to Continentals, doing LCQs. Honestly, if you guys get in, huge congrats. I know it's kind of hard to say when you're in the moment, but just try to be calm. If like for me, I have like really bad ADHD and I have like really bad anxiety. So things that help me is chewing gum. I mean, if you guys have other stuff, but just do things to help you like calm your nerves, because you need to be in a clear mind and stay fully focused and think about every decision you got to make. Like LCQs, it's a little bit more forgiving because it's best of 3, but it's not because one loss and you're out. yeah. So you got to be focused. And then if you are in Continentals, I mean, it's the same thing in DLCs, best of 2. Like you have to play perfect, no misplays. Like if the cards are presented to you for you to win, then you have to find the line to get there, because you cannot mess up. Like it's 2-0. So I mean, that's my advice to myself too. Like it's gonna be rough, honestly. I haven't felt nervous for a tournament in a while, but the nerves are definitely racking, especially right now because I'm not feeling that comfortable with the deck I'm taking, and I have no idea what else to play. So so we'll see.
Yeah.
Carlos.
Honestly, just like good luck. To everyone, like especially LCQs, Eddie, Hector, myself, Danny, Ethan, all in the LCQs. Wish us luck, please. We're gonna need it.
Let the cards be in your favor.
Yeah, and then we, like hoping, praying that like James can get off that wait list so he can also get in there and participate. But yeah, I mean, other than that, honestly, just like for you guys, comment on our videos. Let us know what you think. Definitely, we'll take that constructive criticism. No hate, all love for us, and from us, obviously. But yeah, I mean, let us know. I mean, what are you guys gonna think of like what's gonna take, Continentals? Like, what's your guys' take? Let us know what you guys think on that. What do you think is the deck that's gonna win it?
Yeah.
I think
These
that's
discussions we have, comment on those. Get in that discussion
please.
with us.
Yeah, we're pretty responsive on there. Like, so yeah, just let us know. We're definitely gonna comment back and interact with y'all. So let us know.
Yeah, Eddie.
For me, salute all you brave souls entering the arena. That will be the LCQ. 32 enter one room and only one gets to walk out to keep playing. And I'm excited. I'm nervous. I have no idea what I'm gonna play, and and it's real, and it's here. We're gonna be playing in Disney, in actually Anaheim Disney. Like, I've been looking forward to this ever since it was like a rumor that this was like a possibility. So, I'm so stoked to be there. I'm so excited to be there. And if you support this channel, if you recognize us, please come up to us. Please feel welcome to like just say what's up, say hi. We'll try to have some stuff to give away to anyone that says the cookout around us. We have some
I think
some
we have a few like
goodies.
stickers, right? I think.
Yeah, we have some stuff. So if you just come up to us, we'll be giving out stuff.
Yeah.
We're here for you guys, the listeners, the players. This community has been growing. It's been so supportive of us, and shout out to like everyone we interacted with at this weekend. And there's so many different people that have been so nice and so friendly, and everyone just, it's all about the game. We all want to do good. We all want to compete at the highest levels, and I think my advice would be, don't pick up a deck you never played before. Play a deck you played 1,000 times, and take that deck. Yeah, consider the meta. Consider some like 2 or 4 cards to tech towards the meta, but take the deck that you know how to play. Because at the end of the game, this meta is so wide, the best pilot will win. And I do truly believe that is the case with this meta right now. So keep practicing. Don't lose hope. Freaking, this is the time to do it. So I'm excited, and I can't wait to see all of us there and compete, hopefully at the highest level.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I just want to say, speaking of the best pilot will win. Me and Eddie did mirror match yesterday. His aggro purple steel versus my mid range purple steel. He won the die roll. I won the match.
There you go.
I told you.
But you did say aggro should lose to the mid range build.
Yeah.
So that is how that should be. But yeah, it was a close ass matchup. Like, it was really good. So yeah.
I'm not gonna give it to you for free.
No, I know. You got game 1 for free, bro. That's like 20 to like.
Hey, you took him to game 3.
That's what I told James. Right. I felt bad. I said, bro, there's a high chance I'm leaving in the middle of this tournament, but you're not getting this win. I said, you're gonna earn it. I said, you're gonna earn it, bro.
Example: James, a great Amber Steel player, takes Blurple for the first time ever. Did not do well. You could be the best player, piloting a deck that is solid. But if you just don't have that reps, man, it happens to the best of us.
That's true, yeah. And there was like a Blurple he had just built too, so it's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, obviously, Blue Red is like better than Blue Steel, but I'm probably on Blue Steel. Why? Because I've just been more locked in and more comfortable with it, and we're in that position. But awesome, guys. It was another episode. I can't wait to see you guys at Anaheim, at Downtown Disney. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And it's finally here.
Drop them comments.
Nationals, once a year. We're going to be in Anaheim. It's going to be an awesome time. Make sure you guys say hi to us. We'll try to have the stickers for you guys. Say hi, take pictures, whatever you guys need. It's going to be a one-time moment of once a year, and we can't wait to share it with you guys. Again, this is 24K Hector, and you guys have Zetnus, Bam, and Eddie here, and hopefully we cooked up a good episode for you guys, and you guys go ahead and keep on questing, keep on cooking. And that's how Danny said it.
Let's do it again, guys. Let's do it in harmony in honor of Danny being gone. Ready, guys? 1, 2, keep on. I think he says keep on cooking, keep on questing.
And then Yeah.
Keep on
Okay.
cooking, guys.
Ready?
Sorry, Danny's our boy, so he does this for us. So everybody ready on 3, 1, 2, 3. Keep on cooking.
Keep on cooking.
questing.
Keep on questing.